ones who were more extreme in that were the Czechoslovaks.
Oh yeah, they made the
Immediately,
BF-109s, didn't they?
yeah, immediately after the war, they had their own tanks, Soviet designs, German tanks, and some Allied tanks. So I think they had basically everything in service due to circumstance.
Can you imagine?
That's the
how it's
funniest thing, actually. So sorry, no, go ahead.
No, can you imagine how it's going to be in Ukraine now? You know, I mean,
God,
there's gonna be, you know, such, you know, the farmers are just gonna be shipping them over here, you know.
every single farmer is gonna ride around town in like a gas with like boomboxes in the back.
To be fair, Ukraine will be mostly Russian equipment due to just the amount that was captured, whilst the Western equipment is still comparatively small.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, you know.
Yeah, but what I wanted to add on onto the point of the Czechs after World War II, if I recall correctly, the Israelis in the 1948 war, you know, they flew like, you know, B-51s and Spitfires and whatever. But they also flew a very, very large stockpile of, I believe they were called Sakims, which were Czech-produced, like communist Czech-produced variants of the Bf-109G.
Okay.
So literally, like, you know, Jewish American fighter ace goes, you know, immigrates to Israel. And then 3 years later, fights like Egyptian or Syrian like hurricanes sitting in a Bf-109.
But you know, oh man, the Middle
I mean,
East is
also a lot of old German tanks were sold in that region. I don't know if they were sold to Israel. I know Syria had, I think, 50, but they were all blown to high hell.
Yeah, the Israelis, I think, had a lot of Shermans. They were like absolute mad lads with those. I'm pretty sure they, like, 30 years later, they basically modified those Shermans to have 105s on them. It's literally just like, it's a cast hull first generation Sherman, but it has a fucking like Royal Armories L7 on it.
Yeah, historically, Israel's biggest trump card has always been its Air Force. I mean, if you look at the 6-Day War, their first reaction was to blow every airfield in a, I think, 200-kilometer radius, just back into the Stone Age.
I mean, there's also kind of what's happening now. I think they even bombed like the airport near Damascus just to be safe.
Yeah, just to be safe, you know. I think the Iranians they were afraid. They were afraid the Iranians were going to fly in some hardware for the for Hezbollah, and you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Your airport's now gone, you know. So.
No, it's really something else, because people usually talk about air superiority. In that case, it's air dominance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, I was watching on Twitter, you know, as this whole thing unfolded. You can follow the tankers because they leave their transponders on, you know, and you just see them circling over across the coast next to Gaza and next to Lebanon, and you go, oh, okay, that's where they're busy now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like when I think there were some parts like early in the Ukraine war, I think before the war started actually, that American Global Hawks still had their transponders on while flying over the Black Sea.
Oh.
So you could log into, like, you could open up flight radar, and you may just find like 1 or 2 Global Hawks just, you know, leisurely cruising suspiciously close to Russian territorial waters.
A Global Hawk was an AWACS, right?
It was like basically an AWACS drone.
Yeah. A very big one with missiles, basically, as well.
Okay.
Or maybe not. I think that's the Reapers.
I think missiles only for self-defense. I think the Reaper and the Predator are the ones that are armed.
The Predator is just recon, I think, and the Reaper is armed.
Yeah.
Right.
But oh man, they still do it. You know, they still have them. The call signs are Forte 11, and the Forte 10. And I think Forte 10 is the one that got shot down. you know, that they lost.
Oh, the one where I mean, like, let's be honest, not shot down. A drunk
Yeah,
Russian
it's
pilot
just-
ran into him.
Yeah.
It's like there
Hold
are
on,
so many.
you can't just
fucking-
say drunk and Russian.
No.
It's like
That's doubling.
it's like yeah, it's like a greedy Dutchman sued me today.
Oh my god.
Oh god, man, that's terrible.
Uh,
Oh. By the way, I didn't start the stage, so I'm going to do that. And our YouTube fucked up, so you know. But I repressed the button. So welcome to the Eurocast, everyone. Everything
Okay,
is going
YouTube
great.
can't hear
today.
us. Quickly, everybody say the N-word.
No,
it's not on
that's
YouTube
not
yet.
allowed
We
because
won't have
you know
kill squads on us still.
I did tick not for children, so you know we should
Yeah.
be okay. All right. This is episode 3. This is episode 3. Oh
Isn't
my
it
god.
episode
Here we go.
4?
No, I have a confession to make. I browse to Balkan for you, or however it's called these
Yeah,
days,
yeah.
after we
Oh
were
my
banned.
god.
And
That subreddit is fucking cancer.
Yeah, don't
it's
do
so
that, man.
funny.
You know the
They renamed Montenegro into
Oh.
into Monte people of color.
oh my god.
POC.
Do you know the one video of like the Tamus Turkish versus Greek argument video? where
Yeah.
it's, like,
Yeah.
the audio
Uh,
of like a Turk and a Greek arguing like on Omegle.
Well,
It's so
like,
funny.
well, like the
You
Turk
are-
is
you
like,
are-
why? Yeah, why is Hagia
You are
Sophia
weak
like
sperm.
this? And then,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I think my favorite video from there is like me after death. My family. Oh, heaven gained another angel, and underneath it's just 2 monkeys fighting. Me in hell fighting a Serb.
Oh man, yeah. But you've also got To Europe for you or something like that, you know, and that one's
Yeah,
also
yeah,
two-
you also
two-
do Western European. You also have.
yeah. There's so
Yeah.
many out there now. These little meme subreddits which pop up, you know. It's great, you know. I mean, it does spread the message. I mean, r/Europe is doing quite well. That's Europe with a Y, by the way. That one's doing quite
Yeah.
well as well. You know, it's good to see. You know, I mean, one of our subreddits actually made it to I think it's 11,000 users now. The EU News one, and
I think it's 12 already.
yeah, that's loads of people are starting to get interested, and
Yeah.
maybe also because you know it's the EU starting to become more and more relevant. I guess maybe, yeah. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
Maybe it's all the alt accounts I make in my lunch
Yeah.
break.
You fool! I have 70 alternative accounts.
And I forget to switch in between them through arguments.
yeah.
And luckily, I only browse r/schizophrenia.
Yeah. I wonder how many people on that subreddit are actually just one person. You know what I mean? It must
Yeah.
be. It must be. It must be like a running joke. You know what I mean?
Actually, fun fact about schizophrenia: it's the usual main symptom is just extreme paranoia.
Oh right.
Not oh, I hear funny voices.
Mm.
No, it's more of an I think my sister who's making me some tea is trying to poison me.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's what it is in the West. I mean, if it was that in Russia, then all the oligarchs would be in mental hospitals right now.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You know, I mean, to me, you know, that's man, you know, when you see all this stuff on Reddit, you know, it's just overwhelming. But I think most schizophrenics would probably choose Twitter to respond to things, you know, because there's just it's just so unfiltered, right? I mean, Musk is getting done for, you know, spreading anti-Semitism, or at least, you know, allowing anti-Semitism to spread across his platform, you know. And to be honest, you know, any conspiracy theory with Jews, you know, gets the far right involved straight away, so that gets more views, as it were, and it gives all schizophrenics a little bit of a boost. You know what I mean? So you know, I would choose Twitter over Reddit, to be honest, to post schizophrenic stuff.
Yeah, honestly, my way to consume, so this goes for both Tumblr and Twitter, is my way to consume it is that I know people who consume it.
Oh yeah.
And they post all of the good stuff. Or alternatively, check like r/curated Tumblr.
Oh
on
yeah,
Reddit.
yeah, yeah. That's for
But
the
apart
juicy
from
stuff.
that,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not going there. Especially not
I'm
on Tumblr. Like with my political views, the second I say I support NATO, I get fucking like mobbed.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you can already guess which favorite, where my favorite place in the internet is based on my profile picture. I'm a resident non-credible defense member.
Yeah, 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 exactly. That's where
I
you
would
get
have
your
guessed
news, right?
either IL
Yeah,
or non-credible defense.
yeah, that's actually where I get my news from.
They're, they're, they're less incredible than you think sometimes.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they post
Yeah,
faster
like
than
there
I'm
was
most
one guy who
subreddits.
fucking. There was one guy on. Sorry, I just need to. I'm not sure if
no,
you
I'm
saw the
I
post,
keep
but
interdicting you.
yeah, no, it's the
I'm talking.
fucking Jesus Christ. There was one guy on r/non-credible defense who posted the fucking Hamas paragliders
Yeah,
Oh
nine
yeah,
months,
has
9 months
before,
before.
yeah.
and the top
Nine
and someone
months.
posted it with the caption, "Has Hamas R&D gone too far?"
Yeah.
But wasn't it the first person to use a paraglider was an EU representative, right?
Yeah, he showed them.
Yeah, yeah,
It's all a
Oh my
plot.
god.
So there you go. The European
It's
You heard
European
it
it's
here
like
mission.
first, folks.
it's like the attack on the radio station.
Yeah.
Only people who studied some of their history know what I mean.
Oh gosh, oh gosh.
God.
Oh man, what a week, when with this all the stuff going on in Israel. I was, what I do is I have like the live stream of Gaza in the background, right? And
Is
every
it like
now
one
and
of
then,
these ASMR streams, like 10 hours of World War War trench warfare sounds?
yeah,
It's like the fucking. Do you know those really old like TV channels where all they do is play like the webcam videos of mountain scenery
yeah,
and
exactly.
then show the weather?
Oh
That's like
no!
the
No!
NCD equivalent of that.
Oh
It
god, that
sounds
gives me a great
it
idea.
sounds it sounds like a dust the fight in a dust cloud in a cartoon.
God.
But hey, wouldn't it be a great idea, right? You know those channels that you're talking about, right? The mountain channels with the weather and stuff,
Yeah.
right? They always have that happy kind of Austrian slash German
Yeah.
slash Swiss music on it, the
Yeah.
We
yodeling and
should
stuff.
put that over the Gaza live stream.
Exactly,
Oh
man.
my god.
Oh gosh, just
Yeah, we have to call the Israelis though then because we have to sync up the yodeling with the rockets.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Every time a
I'm go-
JDAM impacts.
I'm gonna put on hard bass.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
No, but I
Yes.
mean, what you could also do is
Quality
like,
political discussion here, people.
what you could also do like is the have the yeah, exactly. I mean, this is
Yeah,
this is what the Eurocast is all about.
You say that like people don't already think I'm a genocidal lunatic.
Well, I mean, you are on non-credible defense, so I mean that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
What we could also do, right, on the webcam is put like the little weather report at the bottom, right? Because they all
Oh
have the
my
little
God.
weather report. It's now 11 degrees in
Only a
in-
20% chance at rockets today.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or every time
Every
a rocket
time,
hits.
every time something impacts, the temperature very briefly spikes to like
Yeah.
3,000 degrees.
Oh, the current weather. It's raining fire and steel.
Exactly, Oh gosh, that would be terrible, man.
my
But
God.
on the other hand, it would be also
Oh
terribly
yeah,
funny.
now you're saying it.
Oh gosh, man.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could do that actually. How would you do that? Because you'd have to like capture the live stream, right, and then rebroadcast it.
You have to stream yourself looking at the live stream.
Yeah, exactly. Something with OBS. I mean, it could be possible. I'm gonna give it a try later on.
You need a small just a small sketchbook where you rate the explosions and hold it into the camera.
I was actually on one of those channels. They have like 4 webcams on them, and then they just leave the live chat open. And it's hilarious. And people
Oh,
do rate
God.
rate the explosion. They're like 4 out of 10. Not loud enough. But I leave this shit on in the background, and every now and then, I just get like shock awakened by something that hits really close to the camera. I'm like, oh shit, that was close, you know. Oh. So that's been my week basically, you know, when I'm behind my computer, just the headphones on, and then doing my thing, and then every now and then I just get this shock treatment from Gaza, you know. Oh my god, terrible.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But I mean, the misinformation this week about the because that hospital got bombed, right?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, man.
Oh yeah, wasn't it made up that like 400 people died? I didn't really keep tabs on that.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I think they a European diplomat estimated between 10 and 50 people killed during that attack. And, I mean, all the papers just jumped straight away and saying, oh, it was Israel, Palestinian authorities say it was Israel. Who's the Palestinian authority in the Gaza Strip? That's Hamas, you're quoting Hamas. So it was like, oh, what are you doing, guys? What is this? Can't you just wait for a few minutes until, this stuff becomes clear?
It's
this was just such a mess because like with Ukraine and Russia, it's just very easy to say like, oh, that's like everybody on that side is wrong, but like this side, it's just so messy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously, I mean, the Hamas's attack was horrendous. And
yeah,
horrific,
like Hamas is of course the bad guys, but like
Yeah.
the Palestinian people aren't, and then like it's all mess.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean,
Yeah.
that whole, I mean, the whole Gaza Strip is captured by Hamas.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
that's their
I mean,
government.
what do you mean captured? It's their core territory. It's
Yeah,
like
but-
it's like you're saying the Russians are currently occupying Russia.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean,
Yeah, but, like, I mean,
I mean, the
elections-
Russian
kinda-
government certainly
yeah.
is.
I mean they kind of captured it from like the Palestinian Authority. I mean
Yeah.
they won like one election in Gaza, and after that they were like, yeah, now we're the boss.
Yeah. I think in the last election that
Didn't
they cancelled.
the Palestinian Authority started a civil war in Gaza against Hamas after Hamas won the election?
Could be. I think, yeah.
They tried something, but it didn't really work out. But I mean, only 30% of people supported Hamas during that last. I mean, that's according
Then
to
how
the
long
polls,
ago was
right?
it? Was it like 2006? Like how long ago was
No.
that?
It's been more recent, 2021, I think. When they tried to do it anyway. And Hamas said no, we're not letting anyone in Gaza vote. Yeah, so, I mean,
Doesn't Hamas mean as much as change and reform?
I I'm looking at Wiki, so I don't know how accurate this is, but it says here the last
I
election.
edited it.
The last election was like 2006.
Yeah. The other one they cancelled, I think. Because,
Yeah.
God damn it, man. Yeah, can you imagine? I mean, people. The Gaza Strip is made out of mostly children, right?
Yeah,
So
it's like all very young people.
yeah, exactly, and that's also something that you kind of have to take into account. Even though
Yeah.
they've been raised to hate Israel and hate Jews and stuff like that, I don't feel it's right to declare them all Hamas and wipe,
Exactly,
wipe
and
them off
just-
the face of the earth. That's not
Yeah.
how we do things. Whereas there's a significant part of the Israeli population who thinks exactly that. And I think that's the dangerous thing, and I think
Yeah,
that's
you have
also,
like shit people on both sides.
Yeah, exactly. Funnily enough, this time the both sides argument really does work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But oh man, it's just such a shit show with that hospital bombing, So
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just a shit show; it's a giant bloodbath.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean,
But-
and it's very hard
yeah,
for us
like-
to see it from the outside, because
And I mean, and then like the only like good solution like there is like a two-state solution at this point, but like Netanyahu has
Nah,
like done everything the last like few years to like make like the Palestinian Authority as weak as possible.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
Honestly, I doubt even a two-state solution would work simply because there's so much hatred on both sides.
yeah, exactly.
They
yeah,
would
but like
just
like
they
what,
would
what
just
else is
dunk
there?
it out once the next incident starts or the next incursion starts.
Yeah, I mean, how do you solve it? I mean, it's almost unsolvable, I mean, I was really I don't know if any of you saw the Biden speech last night, but that was at least something, that he said, he referred to that Palestinian boy who was killed in America.
Which
you know?
one?
He said.
Oh, there was a boy killed in America by like an
An
American.
extremist or a radicalized friend of the family, basically, you know.
And he was like, "Oh, that boy is Palestinian, so I'm gonna stab him like 36 times."
Yeah, exactly. You know, and Biden said, you know, that's not what we want. That's not who we are. You know, and he also referred it to, you know, the mistakes that America made during the post 9/11 period, which was also really good. You know.
That they get to terms to that.
Yeah. But he said to the Israelis, you know, don't go too far.
Yeah.
Don't take it too far. And I think, you know, I mean, that point's basically already been reached. You know, when you're talking about turning off the water and electricity to a whole city, you know, that's not a thing that you should be doing.
Yeah, and like the thing about that two-state solution you just said, like about like how they will go to war again anyway. Like I think that's just mainly now happening because like you don't have like a stable government on the Palestinian side, like that can enforce like don't have Hamas in your country kind of things, you know.
Yeah, and they're corrupt as fuck as well, you know. And
because
they don't help
like
themselves by not being democratic enough, and you know.
Like because if it was only like if it were two separate countries and you think it's still a problem, then I think probably there would be more wars like between Libya and Lebanon and Israel.
I mean,
because they hate each other just as much, I think.
Do you see what's currently going on at the border there?
Yeah, okay, but that's just because of what Hamas did.
Yeah, that's. I mean, Hezbollah is another factor. I mean, the whole thing. I mean, and this is some. You know, this all leads back to Iran in some way. You know, Iran
that's
is
also true.
Weapons to
everybody.
Hamas, and Hezbollah and all the little factions. You know, I think there's like 36.
Yeah, Iran is like, you want to destroy Israel? Here, come shop.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we'll give you some money.
Okay.
It's like also with that with Qatar. I actually never mind. Go ahead.
I have a plan. We are funding an organization named the European Jihad, and we're applying at Iran for weapons. These weapons we then ship to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's do it, man.
It's like that one Onion video where they. I love the Onion so much. There was that sketch where. You know, U.S. Treasury Secretary of the Treasury says they accidentally sent $300 million to Andorra because it sounded like an African country.
That doesn't surprise me at all if that was real, you know.
Yeah, but I mean the thing also with all those groups is, I mean let's be honest. First of all, like. Middle Eastern political and like militia groups make the HRE look like a reasonable collection of political entities.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like there's the Popular Liberation Forces in Iraq with like 70 militias that all kind of hate each other.
Yeah.
But are nominally fighting under the same banner.
I mean, it's a bit like, or let's just say. Interracial relations in the Middle East make the Balkans look like
like a united front.
Like it's a Benelux.
But it's taken a long time for the Balkans to settle down. Let's be honest, right? It's taken quite a few wars, and it's still not done. You know, with Serbia and Kosovo still ready to dig it out.
It's also like
it would be so funny if Biden gets his will.
Yeah, but I think like it's also like in the Middle East, it's culture, right? Like it's like from the past, it's like a very tribal like culture and society. So
and
like more than here.
Yeah, exactly, and the fact that you know the animosity between the Jews and the Muslims goes back so long, you know, it's going to be really hard. I mean, I was pleasantly surprised by Saudi Arabia, to be honest, you know. Funnily, I thought I'd never say that sentence, by the way. You know, I mean, Saudi Arabia did quite good.
Chat, clip that.
Yeah.
No, it's like, sure, they do beheadings, but...
You know what? If someone were to just clip all my controversial things and just put them all back to back together, I'd be cancelled so hard, right?
I mean, honestly, I think all.
Like what am I supposed to say? I'm probably on some watch list if you send everything
I
I
think
said here
we're
on.
all on watch lists at this point.
Yeah, because
Actually,
you're on a
Thor and I were
you're in this chat with me.
That's also fair. Someone in the Verfassungsschutz is probably tapping your internet connection as we speak. Why
Yeah.
was I gonna say as we speak?
As we speak, yeah, very, very.
As we speak. Hello, this is the Eurocast. Willkommen.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't
Hello,
tempt
mein
us because we got 2 Dutch people and 2 Germans. We could make this we could make this chat completely Germanic, right?
Citroën is our token Frenchman,
Uh,
but he's like Ferb, and he's really silent.
Oh, but we also have our Bulgarian Vordi, which is also, he's our middle, he's our Eastern Europe representative. I was going to say Middle Eastern Europe, but that oof.
Middle Eastern Europe.
What they should do it.
Yeah.
Well, Citroën, you want to go grab Lebanon and Syria again?
God.
Middle Eastern Europe.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, I mean, at the moment, Tunisia doesn't like us too much. So, and Libya is basically 3 states in one, right? You got ISIS.
Yeah.
You've got
In the south, yeah.
Yeah. You got ISIS in the south. You got that
You have
general.
you have the general like in the east, and then the like UN recognized government in the west.
Yeah. This tiny little island, around the city. That's it, basically, isn't it? So that's Libya for you right now. I mean,
there's a reason why we invented gunboat diplomacy. How many carriers do we have in the Mediterranean?
Yeah, that's also.
Are we
Well,
only counting
right
the
to
Americans or?
No, our carriers.
Okay.
well,
I mean, the
wasn't there
Americans
also-
and the European ones.
Yeah.
Wasn't there also recently I think there was I only saw the headline, but wasn't there like recently a call for like a Euro carrier?
Yeah, I saw that
Oh,
also
yeah.
That would
somewhere.
be like so base. Like imagine this thing rolls
To
off
be honest,
the like
You know
in
where I saw that?
2030.
No.
On non-credible defense.
Oh,
It was a meme.
of course. Yeah.
God damn it, I got
highly
baited. I
doubt
got
a Euro carrier would actually work out
Yeah.
simply because of, we're going to deploy that thing and 27 nations have to figure out where to.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're gonna deploy it, and then Orban is gonna be like, no, and then it's gonna sit in docks for like ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the European Rapid Reaction Force had a
I think it was on
exercise.
both Citroën.
Yeah,
And
but
It was us touching up first.
yeah, okay.
It was positive.
Listen,
God, I got debated so hard. Shit, man.
it was
that would
really
be so
fun to
nice.
see
I mean,
Orban.
X-Raider wants 30 of them, which I kind of agree with. I mean, it would be really good for the
Do we get a
shipyards.
bulk discount?
Hold up. If we get 30, we have to place 100 aircraft on each, simply so that we can get 3,000 naval-borne aircraft of Europe.
Yeah, then we can get the flare in non-credible defense fixed. Fine.
Yeah, where we fight against the 3,000 black jets of Allah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
for
they're
those in
they're
the
all
audience,
F4.
for those in the audience who do not know, I will now give you a small introduction to the non-credible defense lore. Basically, there was this once upon a time, many moons ago. There was that one Pakistani guy on YouTube who had a vision that Allah may grant Pakistan 3,000 black fighter jets, with whom they will conquer the world.
Oh my god, man!
And I don't know, I think destroy Israel or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
India.
it's really
Yeah,
funny.
Probably India, actually, thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pak-
probably first India and then the rest.
Pakistan is such a shit
No,
show, man.
No,
Is that the same guy who yelled like the whatever was it? Hold on. I'm not actually sure if I can say this on YouTube. Since
Do it.
Oh, no.
Do it. No Waltz.
Gas cancelled, man. Go on.
Okay, yeah, so is that the guy who went, I would sacrifice myself for Pakistan?
No, that's like the meme with
no.
like the children, right?
Oh my god!
No,
I
I'm
love.
pretty sure there was like one guy who just screamed
No.
in his mic, I love Pakistan, I will sacrifice myself for Pakistan.
Oh my god! Or that one child who said, I want to be a terrorist."
Yeah. Oh man, you know. But
Oh, man.
Pakistan, man, that is.
Memory TV is so funny.
Yeah, man. But isn't that run by Israel? I thought it was run
No,
by Israel.
no,
or
no, no,
something,
no, no,
or
no, no,
Turkey,
no, no,
I
no,
can't
no, no,
remember.
no, no, no. Let me talk.
Yeah.
Memory TV is one thing that I actually didn't know up until a year ago. I thought it was an Egyptian news network.
Yeah.
It's actually a organization centered on the eastern seaboard of the United States, which tries to highlight some of the more problematic things in the Arab or in the Muslim media world,
Oh wow. Yeah.
or in the Middle Eastern media world. Which kind of really makes sense when you have a guy who's standing on TV who loudly proclaims, "Tie me to a missile and fire me Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
I'm ready."
Oh man, you know.
Yeah.
It's such. But man, you know, when you see the amount of content on non-credible defense that you know that now goes about Israel and Palestine, you can basically tell when when there's going to be a war or something like that, you know. Because the non-credible defense starts posting little tiny memes, you know, and then when the war breaks out, suddenly there's memes everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be a very, very, very short period of shit posting.
Yeah.
But once the sirens start howling that there's a nuke inbound, you know where I will look.
Yeah.
Now we'll be okay, you know. I mean, the next nuclear war will probably be United States, China.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, the thing is though that American nuclear weapons are quite close to me at the like air base, so I'll probably be fucked.
Yeah. No, I
Okay,
live next to a
but
pole as
hear me
well.
out. Hear me out. What would be really, and I mean really fucking funny.
What?
Like, if it actually happens, I'm probably going to buy everyone in this call a bottle of whiskey just to just to give some props. Okay, hear me out. Russian nuclear warlord age.
Oh no!
Oh god. like high fleet levels of warlordism.
No, TNO levels of
Oh, no.
warlordism.
Oh no.
But everyone has nukes.
Oh gosh! I mean,
Frankly,
how many oblasts
I
are
don't
there?
even.
Well,
Sorry,
you know, if they only nuke each other and not us, I mean,
Oh my, Medvedev is going to proclaim the Black League. No.
Wait, hold on,
I
right?
don't even. I've never played TNO, so I don't know any.
I only know
Okay.
it by the
But-
memes.
Okay, basically.
yeah.
Okay, I've now noticed that I've gotten to a point where I have so succumbed to a brain rot that I now explain the TNO lore.
Yeah, I was gonna say, by the way, weren't we gonna like talk about the Polish election?
Yeah.
Now we're 30
No,
minutes into
no.
posting about Hamas and fucking Russian warlords.
No, this is now the TNO lore session.
Oh god.
Let's see how far we can drag this down. There are still 7 people listening.
Yeah.
By the time I'm done, that number goes down to 0.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
Basically, just so don't get us banned. The Black League is basically a bunch of lunatics who want to kill every German that ever lived.
Sounds like a lot of Russian people, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're basically summarized as the Great Trial. That's what they call that. It's just one big meme.
Oh man. By the way, I looked it up.
Also-
Russia has 46 oblasts made out of 22 republics, 9
Hold
Kreis.
up, and when I'm already talking about TNO lore, OFN gang rise up.
But oh man, you know what a world we live in, you know. But you know, I mean, von der Leyen and Michelle are now in Biden's office right now. Right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're visiting, right?
Oh my, right, she's still EU president.
Yeah, man. I don't even know if she's going to run again. I think nobody knows. I think she might not. I think
Not if I get her. Not if I get to her first.
No, I think. I mean, for the last 4 years, she's done a reasonable job.
Yeah.
Right? So she handled COVID okay. I think even despite having backroom deals with Pfizer and
whatever she has done now will not redeem her for a very, 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 very poor job as defense minister.
Yeah. But that's only Germany,
yeah.
Yeah,
I just want to say, like, I don't think she did such a bad job, to be honest. But like in Germany,
Yeah,
she probably
just
did, yeah.
just because her replacement was even worse.
Yeah, like that was
Redeem her.
yeah. But like, was it Orban not the one that was like, yeah, I don't want Weber because he said like he didn't need our votes?
Was it?
Yeah, that's
I
what I remember. Like that was the reason why in the end, like they had to find somebody else, and then Macron and Merkel were like, yeah, let's take this defense minister that's useless in Germany anyway.
Oh my god.
I wonder how it's going to go this time. I mean, last time they were all just back from they'd gone on the trip to Japan to sign the trade deal. That was the big thing. Macron was there, and Merkel was there. They signed the trade deal in Japan and then flew back, and then straight after they went into that session, right? And I think at the end they just went, "Oh fuck it." I want to get some sleep now.
I think the thing just is like, as long as it is not like in the treaties or like it isn't the rule like that, like the leading candidate of like the winning party like can be the president of the commission. Like Orban will just not say that he doesn't want that person just to undermine the European project.
Yeah, possibly. I mean,
even probably if he likes the winner, he will still say like, "Nah, I want another person."
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Orban, he can get away with a lot, but I think when it comes to European things, he tends to kind of vote pro, kind of. I mean, look at what he did with Ukraine, for example. At home he's pro peace and this and that, but he did sign all the sanctions, and he did sign all the weapons deals.
Yeah,
and stuff like
okay.
that, So in the end, I think when it comes to his European spirit, I think he sees it kind of more like a zero-sum game, but it depends who he's against,
I just hope that now Poland gets a good government, we can take away his voting rights.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Fico is there, now in Slovakia.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have hope.
I mean, I'm not going to take sides on this, because I'm Snore. But I think Orban's now the longest sitting president or prime minister in the European Council.
Yeah.
Right, and Rutte was slightly, just 3 days behind him, but he's quitting now. So maybe it's time for a new one in Hungary as well. But the Hungarian people will have to decide that, I guess.
Yeah.
What are your prerequisites to run in Hungary?
I don't know actually.
Own a G-Wagon.
I have a plan to do something really, really funny.
Oh shit. Oh gosh.
I can't
tell
tell
us
if
your
you're
plan.
having too much alcohol or not enough.
Yeah. He's on the Balmer Peak. You know what I mean? It's that you can drink.
I'm halfway
exactly
through.
Perfect.
I'm halfway through.
Yeah.
And I'm rolling a joint right now, so I mean, I am Dutch after all.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here with a glass of water. You're all making me jealous.
Why?
Yeah, but in my defense, I have to get up at 5 tomorrow, and I have to get really, really sleepy, really, really fast.
Well, then the Eurocast will do that for you. That's what you're saying, right?
So it's like a very credible defense.
Yeah. But what's
why because talking about how it would be awesome if Russia collapsed into a myriad of states who all nuked each other. isn't
Yeah, I mean
exciting.
that's the thing. That's the thing. I read I read an article today from like a journal from 2017 about the Russian like battalion tactical groups,
Yeah.
and apparently there's like over 100 of them. So imagine if just every BTG commander starts getting ideas and
Yeah.
bada bing bada boom.
Just
we
like,
got,
just like a Wagner and takes over their own city.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I mean, it almost happened, you know. Why?
Yeah,
why
it was
why
so
did he-
close.
So
Yeah,
close.
it was also
I already had a cold beer and everything, and it was going so great.
Yeah, I mean, when they rolled into Rostov on Don, you know,
Yeah.
they just took over the city. Everyone was like, "Yay, Wagner!" Right? And,
Yeah.
and then they just failed so hard, man. It was just
yeah,
Like they were so close, and like in the last like I don't know few kilometers to Moscow, they like
No,
ended.
Oh,
And
Lukashenko just pulled the speech 100 moment.
yeah.
yeah,
Like
Yeah, 'cause
I
he's the guy
think
that did it, wasn't it?
I think I saw a meme that really greatly summed it up and also was really funny.
Yeah.
First was like Putin, like please lay down your arms so that we can maybe kill you easier.
yeah.
And then there's Pringlesman just saying, "No, fuck you, old man. I'm gonna kick your ass."
Like
And then
yeah,
I'm not done.
okay.
And then there's Lukashenko like, lay your arms down now so that he can kill you. And then there's just Pirozhin saluting and going like, yes, yes, President Lukashenko, glory to the
Yeah.
Republic of Belarus.
Oh man.
Like, and how was he then so stupid to just stay in Russia and not expect his plane to be blown up or like being thrown out of a window? Like, what was he thinking?
Exactly, you know. I mean, you know. Oh yeah, I survived another day or something, you know. That
Hear
was-
me out,
yeah.
guys. We have a road to 56 staff here. And he wants to speak.
Ah.
How high is the chance that I let the tanky on stage twice in a row?
Let's see. I think maybe 20%. No, it'll be okay. He's from Belgium. You know, he'll be okay.
Oh, which part? The good part or the bad part?
Hello. Hello.
Hello. If
I'm
you're gonna
just-
talk, if you're gonna talk about how America is for everything to blame, I'm going to shit myself.
I thought you were already gonna do that with the alcohol, you know.
Look, I will just try to translate a quote from a French movie,
Yeah.
and it says they go to the moon, but they eat meat with jam. But it's not. It's gigot, which I forgot how to translate that.
Hey, thinking
You know, I like the quote from von Braun more. I aim for the stars, yet for some reason I keep hitting London.
Oh gosh. Oh, Britain. Oh my God, Britain. No, we can't talk about Britain. You know, that island doesn't exist anymore, right? It's been erased from the European consciousness. Ah, Rebel's here as well. Ah, nice to see you, man.
If I can add my little grain of salt, I think that Lukashenko managed to convince Prigozhin for the simple reason he learned that convincing trick from none other than Steven Seagal himself. You can't resist.
Oh gosh, Steven.
No, I have an idea. Hear me out. We're deploying the expendables to Ukraine.
Oh my god.
Oh man, but Prigozhin, what a dickhead, you know. He should have just taken over Rostov on Don and just stayed there, right, and become his own little warlord.
Yeah.
Right.
Like-
He could have done anything he wanted, right?
He could have made like his Caucasus Republic there or whatever he wants.
God.
Probably not,
Right,
because,
like,
Kadyrov.
I was genuinely very, very upset when the news came out that he cancelled, like, just short of
Yeah.
arriving Moscow. Like, he fucking blue-balled me
He
so
just
hard.
pimped out like it was like just a little bit further and would have been great, but like
Yeah.
no.
Oh, Lukashenko, what did you do? You know, you
Like already shot like 3 jets out of the sky and everything.
Yeah,
and
exactly. You know, and the Russians went, "Oh, that's no problem." You know, we'll just ignore you did that.
Now that I think about it, I have more in common with Prigo than I think. Both of us finished too early.
Yeah, but you're still alive, man. That's the difference, you know. Oh man, what a shitty time, man. Jesus, you know. But we still might have a chance, you know, with 46 oblasts, you know. One of them might get uppity at some point, you know. I mean, there's all this. I saw this video on how kind of Russia distributes its money down to the oblasts, you know. But at some point, you know, because the Russian coin is worthless, basically. You know, I mean, Putin's basically using his
What's
companies
the
to prop them up.
exchange rate?
It's back up
me
to like 60 or something like that because Putin made some of his companies sell their foreign assets, you know, and foreign currencies which they had stored. But you know, it's you
That's
know,
like a good long-term solution.
yeah, exactly. You know, that's
Yeah.
not in no way is that temporary, of course. You know.
No.
Oh, but you know,
What do you
I mean, at some point, one of these oblasts might just say, you know, I've had it. You know, I'm off.
There are more than the oblast actually, because you have to take into account that the FSB has its own troops.
Yeah.
You have the Rosguardia, and then you have the Russian Orthodox Church apparently and some stuff. And Gazprom started training some dudes. So I don't know what other equipment.
Gazprom has its own PMC. Shoigu has its own PMC. Medvedev has its own PMC.
Yeah.
I'm
Can't wait for
telling
the-
y'all.
Can't
Russian
wait for the
warlord
Gazprom
age.
Republic.
Yeah. Oh my God, man. You know.
Oh no!
There was
Oh
a video
no!
like a month ago
Russian
or something.
cyberpunk. No.
Yeah, but you know, I mean,
Vodka punk.
Yeah.
No.
Oh
God.
Oh God, man, vodka punk edge runners. You know what I mean? So.
But note that there is a Russian mod for the first Deus Ex game in which the Chechen managed to win their independence by repurposing drones.
Yeah.
The people who wrote that were very, very prescient.
Yeah. Maybe.
so-
I mean, we'll see.
I mean, hold up. Didn't the Deus Ex devs also predicted 9/11 and the global ensuing
yes,
war on terror?
Not really. It's just that they couldn't.
yeah.
They couldn't render the World Trade Center, and so they removed it, and they said they demolished the terrorist attack.
No, just because they missed a big building by maybe a couple kilometers doesn't mean they're wrong.
Oh my god.
They even predicted Corona.
Yeah, welcome to the Eurocast, everyone. This is what, you know, 9/11 conspiracy theories and Prigozhin combined.
Posting on YouTube right here.
Okay,
I'm not
hear me
sure.
out. Corona was started by Ubisoft Montreal to boost the division sales.
We're not even, you know, like the second that Bauer isn't here, and we're already from you know, like semi-reasonable takes to complete absolute shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I have my own weird conspiracy theory. There is an insurance company in Belgium called Corona Direct.
Oh.
And even more ironically, here down the street, there is a little ad for it.
Oh, take a
the
picture for us later,
premise
man. Yeah.
Of a funeral organizer. So you can just say, yes, you can get Corona directly. It's very weird. It's still there.
By the way, as a tangent, I found out this
I
week
have a
that there was
better
a
conspiracy.
I found out this week that there's a company called Dracula, which makes chips, right? And I thought, oh, they must be Romanian, right? But they're French, you know. Just as an aside. So,
Okay,
sorry,
hear me out.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, you know how Japan had ninjas at some point, or perhaps still has?
Mm-hmm.
What if Every country has ninjas, but the Japanese one just suck ass, and that's why we know they have them.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't
Because-
imagine the Russians having proper
Okay.
ninjas, man. They just run into
Because
things.
hear me out. Everybody in Uganda knows kung fu. That's a known fact.
Uh,
The
God.
Russian
That
ninjas were
video,
just all
that
killed by
is-
Stalin.
So
Fucking
Who-
VJ me on the microphone.
who doesn't say that the Ukrainians contracted the Ugandans to blow up Nord Stream?
yeah. Benjamin
You heard
in the
it
chat
here
says.
first, folks.
Benjamin in the chat says the thing is, back in the 2000s, conspiracy theories were good fun. You know, which is true, right? Because I used to listen to this podcast in the early 2000s called the Jeff Rense Show, and it was all about UFOs, you know, and you know how the government was hiding them and stuff like that. These days, conspiracy theories aren't fun anymore. You know what I mean?
No,
now it's
they're
just,
starting to get scary.
yeah. Now it's just like Benjamin says, it's Cambridge Analytica, it's Facebook. You know, it's,
Yeah.
oh man, you know, come on, give us the good fun stuff back. You know,
Yeah, the silly ones.
the silly ones.
My
exactly.
favorite one is still Bielefeld not existing, which was
Yeah.
originally made up to make fun of conspiracy theories on like a random university message board in 1999.
No, even better. They're they're putting chemicals in the water to make the fucking frogs gay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Gay frogs, man. Yeah. But that was like the end of it, you know. After that, it got dark really quickly, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened after that.
More people got onto the internet, I
Yeah, I
guess.
think that's it. You know, I
Yeah.
think you know the internet started taking off, and you know then you get the normies on, right? That's the problem. It's always the
Then
normies.
you get the crazy uncles on that take it seriously.
Yeah.
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 Like you get the boring ones like Bush did 9/11. Of course he did.
Oh yeah, of course. You know.
Or the Queen killed Princess Diana. I mean, who else would have?
Yeah, the most lukewarm of lukewarm.
Finland doesn't
takes
exist.
in
It's a
history.
Japanese fishing colony, you know. Thanks, Paris.
Hey, we all know that's fake news. Finland is the place where the government stores the bird drones because we all know
Yeah.
birds aren't real.
No. I mean, it makes sense though. I mean, it makes sense.
That's
though.
why we
How
had
else-
Corona. We needed a lockdown so that they can all switch the batteries.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
But no. The thing with Finland actually makes sense because I mean, how else would the Russian, Second Pacific Squadron have encountered Japanese torpedo boats off Denmark?
Yeah. What
You
the
know,
hell?
it makes perfect sense. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
covered up. It was covered
Like-
up by the British in order to make the Russian commander throw away all of his binoculars, so that the Russian state would go bankrupt,
Like-
buying new ones for him.
We know that Russia only exists as a buffer between Finland and Korea. just to prevent the third Finno-Korean hyperwar.
I just posted a link to Sular,
yeah.
which is to a site which is titled "Are the Brits at it again?" and it always says yes. Our sources have confirmed that the Brits are indeed at it again. It's been 0 days since the Brits were last at it.
Okay, how many of you are familiar with the Finno-Korean hyperwar?
What?
No, I want to hear this one.
I sadly am aware of it.
Yeah, go on.
Okay,
But, yeah, I would be unable to truly explain it. So
I don't think
Okay.
I'm deep enough to non-credible defense for this.
oh, trust me, I'm gonna take you to some dark places now. To quote, the Finno-Korean hyperwar is an expansion of the Fingolian lore, which is unclear if a war preceded the Fingolian Empire.
Yeah.
It is generally agreed to have been fought between the Proto-Finnic Holy Roman Khaganate and the Korean Huan Empire. Both nations are thought to have possessed vastly advanced weapons and technology. the use of which led to levels of man-made destruction unparalleled across the known multiverse to this day. Complete breakdown of all hyperspace travel and communication due to emergent hyperstorm and rapid decline and collapse of both empires. The war is believed to have been fought between 8,245 BC and 6,172 BC, ending in a catastrophe after the Koreans deployed the Giza mass autism array. Some sources cite the involvement of the EMU armament as belligerents, and others cite the proto-Finnic Khanate's failed war on autism, which eventually consumed and collapsed the empire.
Oh, what lore, man! Jesus.
That is just the ice. That is just the tip of the iceberg. Also, in between that, Atlantis was destroyed. The third Neanderthal genocide took place.
Oh, I have to read up on this. Anyway, I think that's it for tonight, guys. We're gonna leave it at the Finno-Korean hyper
Now
war.
you're cutting. Now you're cutting me short.
Didn't even get to talk about the Polish election anymore.
Yeah, we talked about none of the things we wanted to.
Yeah,
Anyway,
as usual, by the way.
So,
Alright,
which,
you guys.
which intelligence agency is sponsoring this this version?
Today it's
Like
the AIVD, the Dutch, the Dutch one. You know, they're very prominent.
Oh yeah,
Something
right. They actually wanted us to destabilize the Polish government.
Yeah.
But,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Too late. Anyway, guys.
If I may add, the only Polish election that ever mattered was when the Regency Council elected Wojtek as the king of Poland.
That's a
that a
while
bear?
ago, though. You know, that's the thing. The European Union wasn't there yet, which it should have been, by the way. You know, the European Union should have been.
Oh
there
yeah,
all along.
definitely.
You know, maybe
no, my
we could,
favorite bit of my favorite bit of Poland law is that they drafted a circus bear.
yeah.
To haul
Wojtek,
around
yeah,
the-
the circus bear, man.
Yeah.
He's super famous.
Wojtek.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, guys, let's continue this in the chat channel. And for those that were listening on YouTube, good night, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Good night.
See you guys.